Hey friends, day 4 of our 12 days of wellness, and today I'm going to talk about something that's hidden a lot of times in the food we drink, mostly eat as well. And I have found some patients with some pretty awful side effects from it. And what I'm talking about is a specific artificial sweetener that is hidden a lot of times or promoted as something healthy. So I want to take an example of our soft drinks, right? So soft drinks a lot of times have artificial sweeteners in them, and or soft drinks are the most common, teas, drinks. I'm even seeing it in things like our cereals are having some of these artificial sweeteners. Also, I'm seeing it in things like yogurt. My friend was promoting this recipe she loves, and she uses this Dannon Fit and Light yogurt. And I was like, ooh, that is bad news. That has one of those bad sweeteners in it. So the number one sweetener and the story that I'll share with you that I think is the worst news is our aspartame, okay? It's aspartame. It's in a lot of different things, like I think it's equal, or that might be a different one and stuff too. But you have to look in the ingredients, kind of look for even it's like not medicinal name, but it's long name. Aspartame though is in things like Coke Zero, right? I have a family member drinks a lot of Coke Zero because she is wanting to lose weight. But this type of artificial sweetener, not only is it make us feel more hungry, it can give us fatigue. It can cause side effects like headache, nausea, and anxiety, heart palpitations. And she's struggling with some of those things too. So it's a really bad news, but I'll tell you one of my patient stories. A woman was having like type 2 diabetic symptoms, went to her doctor. Doctor says, you need to use this artificial sweetener. So I want you to eat everything with aspartame. Like he recommended all these things. Now this was like 15, 20 years ago. So she did, and she started losing her eyesight. She started having severe anxiety attacks. She started not being able to sleep. She started having tremors, all of those things. By the time she got to my office, I mean, some of the damage was already permanent. And in fact, she actually had a lawsuit against this doctor who was promoting these things, not realizing that, you know, a little bit, right? Just like some of us, maybe we still color our hair or do things that we know, right? Not the best for us, but a little bit once in a while. But this woman was having constantly every day, and everything she was having, and it was bad news, you know, like losing part of her eyesight, all of that. And it was directly found to be caused by the aspartame foods that she was eating. Okay, another one that a lot of people think is super healthy is sucralose. Sucralose, pretty famous for being in Splenda. You see Splenda at every grocery store. People have it as a sweetener. Bad news, not one of my favorite sweeteners at all. It's, you know, very sweet, but it can actually has been linked to increase in blood glucose levels and decrease in healthy bacteria in our GI gut. And if I could do a whole talk on healthy bacteria, but none of us need things that are killing our good bacteria, because good bacteria don't even have to just do with digestion. It has a lot to do with your moods, your stress levels, all of that too, your sleeping. Anyway, so bad news, get that sucralose out of your diet. I will tell you, I had a client who was doing a lot of Splenda, and she started getting nodules on her thyroid, and her amazing female doctor told her, oh yeah, that's bad news. I see it a lot from people who are having this sucralose. Now, I don't know if there's a lot of research on it. I think I knew this at one time, but I don't want to state that, but that was my client's story for sucralose. Okay, the next one that I think a lot of us is known for a lot of years, but this one's kind of hidden. It's in a lot of toothpaste. So I'm really for all natural toothpaste. If you don't have a good natural toothpaste, I'd love to share mine with you. I think it'll really help you. And this one is Sweet and Low, right? Saccharin. So saccharin is I think it's the pink. Is it the little pink? Or am I getting equal mixed up with that? But anyway, saccharin, bad news. It's in soda, juices, chewing gum. I mean, you can't find a gum these days that like doesn't have an artificial sweetener in it. And again, if I'm chewing this over and over and over and over again, right, I'm taking this in all the time, that sweetener has been linked to bladder cancers. And most recent studies show that it can throw off the balance of the bacteria in your gut as well. It's not as harmful as aspartame, but a lot of research says not a good sweetener. Okay, so now you're probably saying, well, Mary, I have, diabetes, or I have problems with my blood sugar balance. So where do I go from this? Well, let's talk about xylitol, because xylitol gets in the group of more good sweeteners, right? There's xylitol gum. There's some research that xylitol is very good for your teeth. I let my kids chew this occasionally, not all the time. Xylitol is good too, but I think it also, the worst side effects of xylitol is we see some diarrhea and gas when used in cooking, and even I think with gum, I'm kind of looking at my one child that might be sensitive to it. Like I notice she's having more bowel movements, like when I cook with some things. So you want to just be careful with having a lot of xylitol. And those of you on keto diets and stuff like that, you probably have a tendency to be having more xylitol when you're making some of your food. So it's just like a sugar alcohol, digests similar to sugar, helpful in maintaining consistent blood sugar levels. So that's xylitol. It's a better type of sugar for us. It's not sugar. And why are we going away from sugars? My mentor, Kathy, she had a golf course where she had soda machines. She refused to sell sodas that were diet sodas because she knew these facts like 20 years ago. She knew that they were hurting people, killing people. Like, I don't want to say killing, but that was her words. She is very, very passionate about it. In fact, got in many arguments about it through the years. And of course, today we know her passion and her reality was quite real on some of these things. So we have some better sweeteners that have come out, xylitol being one of them. The next is our stevia, right? So we have stevia, and stevia can come in liquid and or powder forms. These are little powder packets of stevia. Stevia is a sweet substance from a plant. And when I started learning about stevia, it is very sweet. It's used in everything from hot drinks to baked goods. Some people find it has a little bit of an aftertaste, but it does. I have seen some research too that it is beneficial to the good bacteria, like helping your body. It's like a prebiotic. That's what I've seen out there about stevia. So you might want to try stevia. We like this powder. We'll use this like in pancakes and stuff like that for making more keto pancakes. But the best one I found for stevia is a stevia. I don't know the brand, but it's with vanilla. So it's like stevia and vanilla mixed. So that tastes a little bit better, and that's a liquid. And again, you need very little. Like a lot of times you won't even need a full pouch of this. But let me share with you one of my favorites. Well, actually my combination favorite. The next is monk fruit. So monk fruit, I probably saw this start to come out maybe 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Monk fruit is from Southeast Asia. It's a dried fruit that has been used in herbal medicine for centuries. It contains something called moghrosides, which are 150 to 200 sweeter than sugar. The FDA approved dried monk fruit as a tabletop sweetener for smoothies or hot drinks. I know a lot of people who cook with it. The best part of monk fruit is that it has 0 calories, 0 carbohydrates, and 0 sugars, and it's a source of antioxidants. However, monk fruit is generally more expensive than other sweeteners, and most people find it does have an unpleasant taste. But look what I found, and you might like this. I know a couple of you struggle with digestive things for watching. So this is it's by Whole Earth, and this is a stevia leaf and monk fruit sweetener together. And I'm really liking this. So I've been making smoothies. I've been backing away from doing like protein smoothies for my kids because I'm just finding like I want to kind of get away from sugars altogether and just get back into real food for a period of time. So we've been doing like a half a banana, right? Which can be a sweetener too, right? It's just natural banana, whole banana. We've been freezing these for our smoothies, which is a great sweetener. But I've been making yogurt, and then I make yogurt with like no sugar in it, and they don't really love it, but it's really good for them. So I'll use the yogurt, maybe a frozen banana, and then I'll put this in, and I'll make enough smoothie for like all 4 of us, just one of these little packets, maybe a little bit of almond butter in there too, and it's so good. So this is my kind of my new discovery. I like it. I'm gonna even try to cook with it or bake with it. I like monk fruit. Again, this is the monk fruit, kind of like a brown sugar, it looks like. The next one is coconut sugar. Again, we're getting into things that are have more calories and things like that. This is kind of what it looks like kind of like brown sugar here. So the coconut, there's a list of real sugars. They do not contain glucose. Let me see. It's popular for years. This is really good to bake with. Now, the other day we were making whipped cream. My girlfriend's like, don't use that in the whipped cream because it's too granular. So we made our whipped cream without any sugar. I think we should have tried this. I think we should have tried that because my kids are like, oh, I don't like this whipped cream. But anyway, next time we learn. And lastly, I don't have a bottle here, but my company has a sweetener called Yacon syrup. Yacon, I don't know how to say it. Yacon syrup. This is a favorite too of a lot of people. Now this gets into more of the agave type syrup, so we're getting more into things that have, you know, like carbohydrates in them. So Yacon syrup has been promoted quite recently. It's grown in the Andes mountains in South America. Unlike artificial sweeteners that throw delicate balance of bacteria off, Yacon is actually a prebiotic and a high fiber. So that's kind of cool, right? So it's high in fiber in that, and it helps to feed beneficial bacteria in the digestive tract. So my mother-in-law has baked with Yacon syrup before. She's made little like peanut butter and Yacon for the kids for like peanut butter and jelly, but you just need 1 to 2 teaspoons of it. It's pretty sweet. Next up is agave. You've probably heard of agave. If you've drinking tequila, you know that that's the agave plant is what tequila is made out of. And what do I need to tell you about this? From a cactus. It's smaller amount of glucose than table sugar. It doesn't spike the blood sugar levels. And it's a better choice for individuals with diabetes. And we've cooked with agave for years. You can add it to your cookies, your pancakes. You can use it like syrup. You can use it like honey, all of those things. And I'm not going to get into honey. I have a great girlfriend, Annette Landers, who runs a little honey store. And, you know, they have the bees and everything, and she can tell you all the benefits of honey. But I think that I have shared with you enough, and I hope that you kind of see that if I might be drinking, I might be eating, my toothpaste might have some sweetener in it that I really don't want in my family's life. So I challenge you right now to go out this next week and look for things that you might be having some of these artificial sweeteners. Let me know. Let me know if this video helped you. And if you want to get your hands on some of these good sweeteners, I'll try to put some links in my YouTube video. This will go up on YouTube, and some links where you can get some of those good sugars. So hopefully this was helpful. Definitely go over to our YouTube channel and check out the other 12 days of wellness. We'll be back tomorrow with another day. See you later. Bye.